92.5. Second date update.
I want to know from the ladies in the room, how do you feel if a guy offers to take you out on a date but doesn't want to tell you where you're going or what you're doing beforehand? Is that fun or creepy?
Are you talking to me? I can never tell when you say ladies.
I said ladies,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I kind of like it.
You
It's
know,
a lot of effort.
I think surprises are great. First date, it can be kind of a gamble, depending on where you met the person.
What if he offers to blindfold you and duct tape your hands together so your arms don't get tired?
Yeah, that's not going to end well. I'm going to say I hope you have mace.
Well, that's what happened for one of our listeners named Mia.
What? She got duct tape?
Well, no, not
Is she still in the trunk?
No, not the blindfold and duct tape part. The surprise part of the date.
Oh, God.
Okay, good.
And she wants our help right now. Hey, Mia.
Hi guys, how are you?
Oh, my God.
She does sound like she's in a trunk somewhere.
Yeah. Just kick the tail light out, Mia.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious.
So, well, tell us a little bit about the guy that you went out with. What's his name?
His name is Justin,
Okay.
and technically we had 2 dates.
Mm-hmm.
The first date was a Zoom date, which is, always interesting, a little awkward, a little like, what's going on? But
Yeah.
have you guys ever been on a Zoom date before?
Yeah,
Jose,
I have.
yeah, Jose has.
Yeah, and I mean, it's generally still nice to talk and look at people in the eyes, but that physical chemistry vibe you can never pick up on.
Yeah. Especially when you change your face to look like a frog or something like that. It's really hard to get a feel. But great tongue action, at least on that first date.
Yeah, a lot of tongue.
Oh, my God. I just got a totally different vision of Jose.
So
But-
that was your first date. There was another date after that?
Yeah, so we ended up deciding, okay, let's meet up, let's do this in person. So
Okay.
I got in the car, and it was, he was really cute in person, and I could feel that, like, there was definitely chemistry between us.
Good.
And then he looked in the back seat, and I was like, okay. And I look in the back seat, and there are 3 boxes of eggs.
Of
And
eggs?
I was like, yeah, eggs. And I was like, are we scrambling them? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And then he goes, we're going to do a drive and egg situation because Halloween is really close. And I was like, what?
Wait,
Whoa.
Drive an
Wait,
egg?
Yeah.
like you're going to go egg people's houses?
Oh,
Yes.
drive-by egging.
Yeah.
Are you for real? He really honestly wanted to go egg people's houses.
Well, kinda. He had a different spin on it. So
Okay.
hear this out. Okay, so he said to me, let's go egg certain buildings and things like that just to, like, let all of, like, our anxiety and anger out because it's been a crazy year.
So you're going out with a guy to throw eggs because he has pent-up rage.
Therapeutic, Brooke. It's therapeutic.
I'm seeing red flags.
Well, but I don't know. Girls always like the bad boy.
Uh-oh,
The bad boy with the
Brooke.
box of eggs.
Not the mentally unstable guy, though. Like,
No, that's
there's a
normally-
difference.
I mean,
This
girls-
reminds me of something my little brother would do.
Yeah. I mean, you were game for this. You obviously liked it.
At the start, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, okay, I guess I'll try this as it'll be a great story later on to my friends. Like, I don't know.
Okay. So where did you go?
We ended up driving to his dentist's office, and he was angry because they overcharged him for a crown he just put in.
Oh, my
What?
God.
This is weird. Now it's like he's actually seeking revenge
They
on
are
people.
way too expensive.
I agreed. Agreed, Alexis. I agree.
Right, yeah.
But
Okay, so you egged the dentist?
So he got a bunch of eggs, and we went to the side of the building, and he just went crazy. And he just started throwing all these eggs at the side of the building.
What were you thinking?
I was like, what is going on? I was so
Yikes.
it was one of those things where, like, I saw that he was exhilarated and, like, he was really letting it out, but also a part of me was just like, is this normal or is this not normal?
is vandalism on the first date because you got overcharged for a crown normal? No. We're going to go with no, that's not
Exactly.
normal.
But it made you kind of want to do it, huh?
I mean, yeah, he looked like he was, like, really letting it out, and I was like, well, I got some things I want to let out.
Okay.
So I was like, I guess I'm on this trip anyway, so might as well just participate. So we went to my old office, and I got some eggs, and I started just throwing it on the side.
Oh, no.
And then we went to my ex-boyfriend's house, and we egged his house.
Oh, what?
Wait, that's crazy. You shouldn't even be talking about an ex, let alone stalking them at their house and egging them.
But we did it.
Okay. It was good for you, I guess.
I mean, how did it feel to egg your ex-boyfriend's house?
To be honest, it was actually kind of cathartic.
I
Oh
bet.
my god.
I could actually see that feeling really, really nice.
Oh,
we also went to the bank and egged the bank because they denied me for a loan 2 weeks ago, and I was so angry.
Come on, though.
Wow.
This is just getting out of hand now.
Yeah.
I know. So anyways, it was,
She liked it.
Oh my God.
I can tell you liked it. Admit
You know-
it. Did you like it?
Of course
Did you
she
have
liked it.
fun?
She's calling. She wants to get this guy back on the phone.
I know.
yeah, I kind of liked it. Is that weird?
I mean, he obviously got the passion going in you, and I think that's the key to having a great first date.
True.
So did you guys end up egging each other maybe at the end of the evening?
Little sensual egging.
Making things a little interesting?
I mean, a part of me would have been down for that for sure at that point. But
Okay.
after we did the egging, we were in the car. There was so much adrenaline pumping through us, and we ended up getting some pumpkin beers and splitting it and talking in the car. And then he drove me home, and I asked him if he wants to come inside, and he said no, that he had to go home because he was really tired.
Okay.
And I haven't heard from him since.
Man, I mean, you guys have so much in common. So it's weird.
Yeah, like felonies.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's definitely
Yeah.
an unconventional first date, but I can definitely see the romance in it too.
I don't know, man. It's just so much negativity, and you're still hung up on your ex. Obviously, I think there's a lot of reasons why he wouldn't be calling you back.
Okay, well, who's being negative now, Brooke?
I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah, here we go.
he didn't go to his ex's house, the ex house. Do you think that that's where you went wrong?
I want to
maybe
egg you right now,
I'm
Brooke.
just saying, maybe you
Such
shouldn't
a
have egged your
buzzkill.
ex's house. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I understand, okay? I get what you guys are saying, but he made me feel some type of way, almost being bad never felt so good. I don't know. I just want to talk to him again.
I think that's cute.
Yeah, me too. So let's call this bad boy.
Let's go.
We're going to play a song, come back, and we'll call Justin and try and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Who doesn't love a good Halloween-themed date? You know,
I think that's really fun.
for some people, that might mean a fun trip to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Or maybe a romantic hayride through a cornfield at sunset. Or maybe just cuddling up on the couch, listening to shrieks as Jason Voorhees terrorizes an entire town.
That's fun.
I like it.
But for one of our listeners, Mia, she went on a Halloween-themed date where they drove around egging businesses that wronged them.
Oh, man.
And her ex-boyfriend.
And her ex-boyfriend.
Who
Yeah.
also wronged her?
She
Well,
did
She
that.
never said that.
Did that with a guy named Justin, and she was a little bit skeptical about doing it at first, but as the night went on and more eggs were flying, she got more and more into it.
Uh-oh.
Ended up having a really nice time with him, but now he's not calling her back.
Bonding over illegal activity.
I can't believe he's not calling you back. The ability to pick a woman up with eggs in your back seat and say, we're doing this, and for you to be game, and now
Yeah.
he's not calling you back is pretty messed
You're
up.
like
Yeah.
ride or die off
Yeah.
one date.
Yeah.
Instantly, you're like, let's go.
How are you feeling about this, Mia?
I just want to know, what did I do that he's not calling me back?
Now, have you thought that he's in jail?
Honestly, it's crossed my mind.
Okay. Yeah. I
I
mean,
thought that too.
Yeah.
Maybe they got his license plate or something.
Totally.
Like, on the video.
That does
Oh my
not.
gosh, imagine.
you could incriminate yourself by doing this phone call. The police could find you.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you really don't want to find yourself in jail telling the other inmates when they ask, what are you in for?
Yeah.
Throwing
Egging
eggs.
I threw an egg at a bank.
Yeah, no.
But
All right, leave it to Beaver.
let's see where Justin's at. We're going to dial his number right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Justin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Justin. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Who is this?
My name's Jeffrey. Work on a
Okay.
morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. I'm here with the whole team. Brooke, Jose, Alexis is here too.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because somebody told us that you're kind of a bad boy.
Oh my God, you're flattered. I just heard it in his voice.
He's like, yeah, I am.
I guess I'm kind of a bad boy.
Yeah, I
Hey,
heard.
spoken like a true bad boy.
I'll admit it.
You've been
That's
toilet
me.
paper in some houses lately, huh?
Look, man, the reason that we're calling is we're doing something called a second date update. And what that is if you go out with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Based on what I've told you so far about being a bad boy and the dates, do you have any idea who I might be calling about?
I mean, I've got a hope about who you might be calling about, I guess.
A hope.
Oh.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Who do you think?
Is it Mia?
Yeah.
It is Mia.
Oh. Wait, so
Okay.
Yeah,
if
if
you're
you were
hoping to hear from her, why aren't you calling her back?
Well, I mean, like, look, we had a good time on our date, and, like, she's fun, like, high energy, really just goes for things, all stuff that I love in somebody I'm dating.
Yeah, she told us all about your drive-by egging date for Halloween.
Oh, my God. She didn't. She didn't tell you guys all that.
Yeah, she did.
Oh my God, I have to ask. What was going through your mind? Like, you're picking up this woman that you barely know, and you're like, oh, hopefully she's into egging. I'm bringing 3 dozen.
Yeah.
What?
Well, like I said, even when we talked the first time, she seemed fun and, like, spontaneous, and I was like, worst case scenario, I can kind of play it off like I was joking, and I was just going to make, like, a bunch of omelets or something if she was super not into it,
Okay.
But yeah, she was down for it. I loved that.
Yeah. So if everything went well and she obviously enjoyed herself, then why are you not calling her back?
Well, the short version is, like, I made a mistake early on, and I didn't want to make things worse for her.
Worse?
What?
Worse? What do you mean worse? Like,
I mean,
early
yeah.
on in your egg crime spree or whatever you call it?
Like, how does it get worse? Like, what's next? You're going to go throwing knives at businesses now?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how much a dozen knives were. Oh.
What?
Wait,
he's
what?
kidding,
Okay,
you
yeah,
guys.
I was joking.
I don't know if he is.
Wow.
Me too. I was joking because you were joking.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So I messed up at the dentist office, and they caught my license plate on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to get caught.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what happened? Like, did the cops actually get involved with an egging at a dentist office?
Yeah. I mean, I've been talking to the police and stuff, and we're in the middle of dealing with that. But I'm
sure a bad boy like you's used to dealing with the police all the time, huh? It's no big deal.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not. But one of the things that I do know is snitches get stitches. So I've been doing my best to, like, not bring Mia into this too. Like, I don't want to rat her out and make her life bad because she, like, decided to do something I wanted to do. So I'm kind of forcibly laying her low, so they don't connect us to each other.
What, they like tapping your cell phone, seeing who you're calling to see who else is involved in this egging spree?
They could.
You sound like
I don't know.
You sound like the dorkiest criminal I've ever heard. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but like, what is going on, man? Do you regret doing the egging? Don't you think it's a bad way to start a relationship?
I mean, no, the egging was awesome. I got zero regrets there. Obviously, I regret getting caught, but, like, in terms of dates, that was one of the best dates I've ever been on.
Oh.
Dude, that makes me want to go do this stuff.
No, we are not encouraging this behavior.
It's going to be great.
Well, I've got some bad news for you, man.
Oh, snitches get stitches, Jeffrey.
Yeah, the cops are actually listening in on this phone call.
No, don't say
No.
No, the cops aren't, but Mia is. She's actually on the other line, listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what? She's on the phone?
Yep, she's there,
Oh
Mia.
my gosh.
Hi, Justin.
Hey.
Justin, I had such a good time with you, and, like, you really, like, are a bad boy, and, like, it makes me feel like, am I a bad girl? Like, I don't know. I just feel like...
Oh, you're a bad girl, Mia, and you know it.
Oh my God. Mia's voice just got higher.
I know. That's what happens.
Oh.
Cute. See, and he's not only a bad boy, but he's protecting you from jail.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
That's like a romance novel.
I mean, do you believe him, Mia? Do you think that's why he's not calling you back?
Yeah, I mean, I just, I totally get it, but I would love to spend more time with you if you're down.
I mean, yeah, obviously, I totally want to hang out with you. I'm just waiting for the fuzz to get off my back so we can hang out.
the fuzz?
You should put him in witness
Oh my
protection
God.
together.
Look out, me. The coppers are on his tail.
But, hey, man. So, Justin, here's the deal. We would love to send you and Mia out on one more date.
One more legal date. Can we say that?
No,
Where you
crime
don't...
spree date. One more crime spree.
God.
Whatever you guys want to do, we'll pay for it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, obviously, I was going to take her out anyway, so this is a bonus date.
Oh my gosh.
Can you guys, like, put the date money in, like, a big cloth sack and we can pick it up at a drop side or something?
Just as long as you share your mugshot with us at the end of the day.
Well, congratulations, you two.
Thanks, guys. And Justin, I just want to let you know, whatever you want to do, I'm up for anything, so let's go.
Oh my God.
There we go.
This is trouble.
Knowing him, he's like, ooh, we're going to put too much air in people's tires. Ha ha ha, that'll teach him.
Oh, no. They're going to go jaywalking together.
No.
Look out.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their move when they're trying to get attention from somebody they think is attractive. I know for me, my move has always been called the waterfall.
Whoa, sounds
I'm guessing
fancy.
you named it and call it that yourself.
Yep. Anytime I see a lady that I think is attractive, I just open up my mouth and let the drool fall out all the way down my chin. The waterfall.
Yeah.
Trust me, it works. They might not realize it at first, but you follow them around for 15 minutes with drool falling down your chin, they get the hint pretty quickly that you think they are attractive.
So weird they give you attention.
And the guy on the phone today for a second date update told us that he used his patented move in order to get a date with the girl that he wants to call today. What's up, Michael?
Hey, how's it going?
Michael, I'm already kind of cringing because anytime someone says that they have a patented move,
Yeah.
it usually means they're pretty douchey.
I don't know. This is pretty good. I think you'll like it.
Oh,
Not
you do?
douchey, huh?
Tell us what your move is.
Well, I was at a mixer with a couple buddies of mine, and we were kind of bored, just there and kind of looking around, and the talent wasn't that great, but there was this one girl that
Talent.
probably the hottest girl in the room, and they were saying that there was no way that I could ever get her to go out with me.
Okay, because you were obviously not the hottest guy in the room.
I wouldn't say that. So I took what they said as a challenge, and I basically started waving to her from across the room.
Smooth.
And
Like frantically?
He's not done yet, guys.
no, I mean, yeah, not frantically. I was just sort of like waving like at her, like I kind of knew her, and
Okay.
other people started to look at me, and they were waving back, and I was like, no, not you, or you. I was like trying to get the hot girl's attention.
Nice.
So I keep waving at her, and she finally was like, who, me? And I was like, yeah, come on over. And so she walks on over, and she's like, can I help you? And I said, oh, I thought you were someone else.
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Oh.
then you get talking.
Yeah, then you start up a conversation right there.
Exactly. I introduced myself. My buddies behind me were kind of like laughing and kind of patting me on the back. And
God.
I was able to ask her out.
Okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, it worked. And yeah, we went out for dinner and we got drinks and we had a really great time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it since she's not calling you back.
Yeah, about that, like, I think there was one moment. So, okay, we were at dinner, and, like, we're pretty far into the date, and a buddy of mine happens to be at the restaurant as well, so he comes over, and I introduce him to her, and I actually don't remember her name for that moment.
Oh no, man.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, and I'm doing the thing where, like, you know, I say his name and maybe he will ask her what her name is, and it doesn't happen. And
I hate it when people can't pick up on that cue. You're like, this is my friend Joe. Joe, this is...
Somebody help me.
Yeah, and
Joe's
he didn't help
supposed
you
to
out.
say, I'm Joe. What's your name?
What is her name, by the way?
Deanna.
You
Sorry to put you
sure?
on the spot like that.
Yeah. I won't forget now.
So wait, I mean, if you called this girl and set up a date, how did you forget her name?
I don't. It just kind of blanked on me for a second. I guess I was just blurred by her hotness. I don't
there
know.
you go.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that she noticed that you didn't remember her name.
Yeah, for sure. She just actually stared at me for a few seconds and just let me sweat it out.
Oh, that sucks.
Kept the awkwardness.
At least she was. She seemed like she had a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah. She was playing along.
And I want to give you a hard time, but it's so hard to remember people's names.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, what was the mood like after that moment?
It was pretty good. She kept calling me the wrong name for the rest of the night, so that was kind of her
funny.
way.
I like her.
At least it turned into a joke with you guys, and she didn't just get mad and walk out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how did everything end with whatever her name is?
Deanna. I drove there and actually asked if she wanted to ride home, and she actually said she had called an Uber, and she went home that way, and that was a little weird because I thought everything was great, but
Yeah, but some girls don't want to like open the door to having you come into their house, or she doesn't know you that well.
That's true. So now it's been about 8 days or so, and I haven't really talked to her. I shot her a text a couple times, and haven't really heard back. So
I feel like if you have an awesome date like that and you have such a great time, why wouldn't you call her that night or the next morning and just say, hey, I had such a good time?
I mean, I feel like there are like rules around that, right? That
No, every girl likes that. I'm telling you. Nobody wants to wait for a text that says, hey, you want to go out again?
Maybe you're right. I probably screwed that one up as well, and hoping you guys can help me.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can do it. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
All right, man. Just hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Oh, names. They're so difficult. Especially when you're out on a date and you can't remember the name of the person you went out with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been 6 years working together, and you still forget mine sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why anytime I've ever gone out on a date, I never call them by their name. I just play it safe, and I give everybody the nickname Stinky Pants. Hey, Stinky Pants!
God,
So excited to be out with you. This is my friend Stinky Pants, everybody. I've never gotten a lot of calls back, but at least I didn't screw up their name like Michael did, who's on the phone to do a second date update right now. He met a girl named Deanna at a mixer with his bros. They actually dared him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. And then they went out to dinner, and he ran into another friend. And when he was trying to introduce her to his friend, he forgot her name.
Oh, man.
So he thinks that's the biggest thing that did him in. I'm going to get her on the phone right now and find out.
Now, you're trying to get a date because you actually really like her, not just because you want to prove to your bros that the date actually worked out.
Definitely. We had a really good time. We had a lot in common. I think there was something there.
Okay.
Well, I'll dial her phone number right now and see what she has to say, okay?
Thanks, Stinky Pants.
No problem, Stinky Pants. See?
Oh,
It's
you
catchy.
guys.
It is kind of
All
catchy.
right, let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, Stinky Pants.
Excuse me?
Hi, is this Deanna?
Yes.
How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I think I've heard of you once before.
Okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
it was positive. Hmm.
Oh.
Well, the reason I'm calling you today is because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Michael.
Michael. Oh, Michael. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you have heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's another
So
You got a motor.
That's more of a concern.
concerned.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for helping to interpret your language.
So Michael sent us an email saying that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him for another date, and he's wondering why.
Maybe no.
He did, yeah. He wants to know if maybe he did something wrong on your date.
Did something wrong.
Did you like Michael?
At first, I mean, that's the reason why I went out with him, but I'm curious what he told you, actually.
Well, I'll tell you. He said that he met you while you guys were at some mixer or something, and then he took you out to dinner. He said you guys had a fun time. He thinks the only reason that you're not calling him back is because he forgot your name while you guys were out.
I mean, that did happen, but, I mean, it wasn't a huge deal to me. It was something totally different, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like you took it in stride and made fun of him the rest of the evening.
Oh, he told you that, did he? Yeah. I had fun with it.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was like, good move on your part.
Yeah, I definitely had fun with him on that part, but...
It sounds like you don't like him very much.
I'm not the biggest fan of him right now.
Why?
Whoa.
Why I don't like him? Well, did he tell you that he Facebook Lived our whole date?
What?
What?
I don't understand what you even mean by that.
So you know how you can Facebook Live video?
Yeah?
So he had his buddy that was a couple tables away Facebook video our entire date.
What?
Really?
Like some creeper was sitting a couple tables away from you recording your date and you didn't know.
I didn't know until I went on his Facebook page and
Oh my God.
Wow.
and I saw that he was tagged in a video and that I was in it.
Oh my God.
So you got to actually watch and recap your date on his Facebook page then.
Yeah, the full recap.
Oh my
How?
God.
Okay. How many people were watching?
I don't know, hundreds maybe.
Oh my God. I
Wow.
would be freaking out. How have you not called him and like read him the riot act, man?
I was better to ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to call him up and like leave it on his voicemail or something because I can see the internet too. Like everything could with him.
Exactly. I don't even want to talk to him anymore. I don't even want to know the reason.
Oh my God. What? Like,
Too bad. I probably shouldn't tell you that he's on the other line and wants to talk to you then, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean that he's listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Yep.
What?
Hey,
Deanna. What is going on? Why is he on the phone right now?
oh my God. I am so sorry.
Surprise.
Oh, wow.
Deanna, I wasn't. I didn't know that it was happening either. Actually, because like my buddy who was there, like who loves to play pranks on me, told me afterwards. So I'm really sorry that happened. And I'm like really embarrassed. I did not mean for you to see that, and I definitely would never want to do something like that. And, you know, I actually had a really good time with you. And
Oh my
He's just
God.
rambling right now.
Deanna, tell him to shut up. My God.
I'm just in shock by this whole thing that this would, you know,
Yeah.
I was in
that
shock
you'd even
too.
call me like through a radio station. I mean, geez. I don't know.
I
I
know.
feel like you guys are kind of nerdy to do this. Like, you got to pick maybe some better friends or something. That's kind of rude, you know?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do need to get better friends. Like, I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, I couldn't believe that, you know, they were broadcasting us. Like,
Wait, thinking about it the whole time. So you knew about this the whole time during our date, that you were being filmed? Or I was being filmed? You knew about this?
Look, Deanna, all I knew... I did have my buddy, like, I wanted him to come and just get a photo of the two of us on the date.
What?
Instead,
What?
he totally messed with me and you and us and, you know, made a video about this whole thing. And you're totally
Do you,
right.
like, never go out on dates or something that you need to document it for your friends?
No, I just thought I wanted a picture for Facebook because you're so pretty.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Nice.
The better thing would have been to just ask, maybe. You ever think about that? Just ask me, like, hey, can I get a photo with you?
Yeah.
Instead of have some
You're right.
creeper.
You're right. I should have asked, but I thought that would be awkward too, to ask you for a photo in the middle of our date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, people take photos all the time when they're out and about. I mean, what's weird is that your friend video recorded the whole thing without me knowing.
And Michael, what were you going to do with the picture if he only took a picture? Like, you're going to post that and expect her not to see it on social media as well? She's going to find out one way or the other. You got some creeper taking photos of you guys.
I guess you're right. I mean, I just wanted her to like see it eventually. If things were to work out between us, like it would be this really great like first date memento that we could go back and say, hey, like look at us, and it's kind of this romantic gesture.
And then at that point, you'd have been together so long that she wouldn't be able to leave you because it's still weird, Michael.
It is. It's like saying, I collected your hair on the first date and I still have it.
I didn't collect hair this time. I mean, I didn't collect hair.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Deanna, would you like to go on a second date with Michael? We'll pay for it. We'll put cell phone blocking devices in every corner of the restaurant so that he can't stream it on the internet.
Deanna, before you decide, I'll tell you right now that I'm going to ask my buddy to remove the video from Facebook, and I'll even report him, because you're right, it's totally unacceptable, and it should not have ever happened.
Oh, you hear that, Deanna? He will report his friend to Facebook for you.
Oh, no.
The damage has already been done. It's been up for a week. If he cared that much, he would have deleted it, a while ago.
I'm with you,
I don't know.
I just didn't know that you were going to see it. I
didn't know you were going to see it. It's live out there on Facebook for everybody to see.
I just thought with like privacy settings and stuff that I was going to set it up.
Check that, buddy.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't happen.
I mean, if you were that upset at your friend, you think you would have told him when you saw it, and had him take it down then. And obviously you didn't. Obviously you liked it. I didn't actually like it. I just thought it
No,
was...
she doesn't mean you click like on the post. She means like you liked it, like as a person, like you enjoyed it.
Oh my God, the more we talk
You obviously enjoyed it if you didn't have your friend take it off or you didn't delete it off your page.
There it is.
There we go.
And it sounds like you've watched it maybe one too many times as well, Michael.
I just really thought you were pretty and like wanted to keep that memory of you, because I hadn't heard from you in 8 days or something. So
You cannot spin that one to romance.
So, Deanna, is that an official no from you then?
Yeah, that's a no. I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling it.
That's all right.
Yeah, shocking.
Michael, at least you always have your Facebook memory though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna pop up year after year on that date, isn't it?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says Facebook ruins another relationship.
Right?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. This dude named Michael wanted to call a girl named Deanne. They met at a party. His friends actually bet him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. He thought the reason she wasn't calling back was because he forgot her name on their first date. But the real reason she wasn't calling back was because one of his buddies was there Facebook living the whole thing. And then she went to his Facebook page and saw he was tagged in the video and had no interest in going out with him.
It's creepy and it's really dorky.
Yeah, it is.
Like, do you never go on a date, man? Like, act like you've been there before, dude.
Right?
Sounds like he doesn't very much. And
Seriously.
probably isn't going to be going on anytime soon. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We're doing a second date update today on a date that never actually happened.
Oh.
Somebody got stood up, and they want to see why. Lily is on the phone with us right now. Lily actually took a huge step. I can't even believe that she would ask this person out. She asked her doctor out on a date.
Whoa! Wait,
That's... I've never had a doctor that I wanted to ask out on a date. I mean, I'm into rich, successful people, so I don't know why. I mean, but most of them have been males.
Yeah.
But I still ask them out on a date anyway. I don't care. But I've never actually, I've thought about that. I'm like, that would be really awkward, though, because they know your medical history. They know all about your germs, and you're like, hey, so What do you think about you and me going out? Lily, how are you?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
That takes a lot
You're brave.
of guts to ask out your doctor.
I know.
Can I just ask what kind of doctor it is?
He's a foot doctor, so he really didn't know that much about me,
Okay.
and I was never naked in front of him.
Yeah, except you wanted to
I
be.
know.
He's like, yeah, let's take a look at your foot. You're like, oh, clothes all completely nude, right? All the clothes need to come up.
Yeah.
So you went to a podiatrist, thought he was
I
cute.
went to the podiatrist, and I went to him maybe like twice before, 3 times. I can't remember. There was a consultation and then 2 other times.
How'd you
Okay.
do it? How'd you ask him out?
So I went for a visit, and I always thought he was cute, and I noticed he never wore a wedding ring, but I was too embarrassed to ask him in person, so I left a note for him at the front desk.
Okay.
Oh, God, like a
Yeah.
secretary.
Well,
Do you
I
like
can
me?
understand doing that because it would be weird. Even if it's a podiatrist and they don't know much about you, it's still, I feel like it'd be strange. It's just the two of you.
And in their little office, it's like
Yeah.
so sterile in there.
So you left a note and he actually texted you. That's what your email said.
Yeah, I left a note. I tried to keep it casual. I'm like, hey, Dr. I don't want to be unprofessional, but I just saw you. I just visited you. And you're very cute. And I don't know if you're single or interested if you don't have a wedding ring on, but would you like to get a drink sometime? And I left my phone number.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good.
That's
Okay, I
actually
was a little
good.
worried that it might have been confusing for him, like he thought you might want another appointment.
Yeah.
So he did text you back, obviously.
He texted me like he said he was very flattered. He'd love to get a drink. What time? You know, so that was encouraging.
Oh my God, I would have squealed if I got that text. Like, a doctor!
It felt like a win for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm flattered. What time? And then I wrote back, great. And then he said, how about this Friday for a happy hour at this place near his office? So I was super stoked. I was ready. And then his assistant called me.
On Friday? Like the day of the date?
Yeah, that Friday. And she said, there's been a scheduling conflict. He has to be at the hospital. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Doctors are busy.
Yeah, I get it.
Were you actually at the place you were supposed to meet when you got the call?
I was there already. So, yeah,
Oh,
I was there like a few minutes early before we were supposed to meet. And so she called me. So that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that
Right.
sucks.
Right. You'd gotten all dressed up and ready for it.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? That's understandable. I get it. He's a super busy guy.
Was it weird at all that he never called you, that it was just his assistant?
That did feel impersonal.
Right.
And I also felt weird because now the assistant knows that I'm going on a date with the doctor. And then, like, what if I go there the next time and now she knows that I'm, so that felt a little invasive.
Okay. Now your email says that his assistant rescheduled the date for the next day. So did you meet him?
I did not, because the next morning, which was Saturday, I got a text from him saying, I'm so sorry, I double booked. I'll let you know in the future when we can get together.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really mad.
Yeah, ditched twice.
And that's all you've heard from him?
That's all I've heard. The last thing, I texted him back from that and said, okay, looking forward to it. And it's been a week, so I haven't heard from him.
So he blew you off, definitely.
100%.
And that sucks because he never had to text you in the first place. Like, you could have left your information and he could have just let it go.
Right. So I thought from the very first text he was interested. Like, he could have said, I don't feel comfortable with this.
Right.
I don't date patients.
Yeah.
Why did he agree?
Have you tried to get a hold of him, after any of that? Have you texted him and
I
asked?
mean, enough. I don't want to be a loser about it, but I'm just curious, like, why? Why would you reschedule, and then nothing?
Do you want to get a second date, or do you want to just find out what happened?
I mean, at this point, I think it would be awkward to go, but I don't know. I guess I'm still open.
Yeah, he's a
I don't know.
doctor.
Well,
You'd
and
be foolish not to go out on a date with him.
And it's your podiatrist. I mean, how many times are you really going to see him again?
That's true. My problem's almost fixed anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a
Maybe
general-
that's it. Maybe he wasn't impressed with your arches. The more he thought about it, it's like, no, I can't date a woman like that. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, see if we can get him on the phone.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Lily, you about ready to do your second date update?
Yep.
Lily, if you're just tuning in, wants us to call a guy named Benjamin. Benjamin is a doctor. Lily actually had the nerve to ask her doctor out. He's a podiatrist. He ended up texting her back to meet up, but canceled on her that same day, saying that he was busy, rescheduled for the next day, and then canceled on her again. And that's all she's heard from him. Lily, I'm going to think that you don't do the second date update. I don't want you to get another date with this guy.
Why?
Because he's a podiatrist. I looked up like the average salary for a podiatrist. It's like $179K a year. I don't think he makes enough money for a doctor for you, Lily. I think you need to set your sights higher, maybe at like a dentist or something. Those guys make like at least $300,000-400,000 grand. Okay.
Oh, I like how you think.
Yeah.
You still want to call him?
I'm curious. What's up? What happened?
All right, we're gonna give him a call right now. See if we get him on the phone. Okay.
Thanks.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Benjamin.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh. I'm not sure what that is.
I like Benjamin. I like how you tried to pretend like you did for a second. I appreciate that. Host a morning radio show, Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Nice.
Have you heard of us at all?
No, I don't really listen to a lot of radio.
Okay. Well, you're a doctor. I know you're a busy guy. I can't expect you to listen to our show every morning. So.
How'd you know I was a doctor?
Oh, because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and she asked us to call you.
Really? Wow.
Well, I guess I should correct myself, Benjamin, Dr. Benjamin. You didn't actually go on a date with her. You scheduled 2 dates with her and then blew her off. Her name is Lily. She's one of your patients. She asked you out. She told us all about how you scheduled some time to meet up, to hang out, and then canceled on her, said you were busy, then did it again the next day. So she emailed us asking if we could call you and find out why.
I don't know why I would tell you any of that.
I can understand that.
It's a good point.
It's a little jarring to have a radio show call you out of the blue and ask questions about your personal life.
Yeah, how do I even know you're really a radio show?
I can send you on our website.
Yeah, because everybody who has a website's real.
Yeah. Well, no, Lily wants to know if she did something wrong. She really wanted to go out with you, was excited about the date. So why would you tell us? I guess just to maybe show her the respect?
She didn't do anything wrong. I mean, it's not the first time that a patient has asked out a doctor.
Okay.
Or vice versa, I'm sure.
Okay, so we can tell her that she didn't do anything wrong. That's her main concern, is she's trying to figure out why you would blow her off twice.
It was my boneheaded mistake, and I feel really bad about it.
What boneheaded mistake is it?
It's just so stupid.
Can you just tell us? You don't have to go into crazy detail, but we want to give her an answer. She's curious.
Okay.
You left her kind of hanging.
Essentially, my assistant called me over to her desk to tell me that that she rescheduled with Lily, and I was confused. I said, "Lily, who?" And then she pointed out what patient it was, and I thought it was someone else. I thought it was another patient. I saw probably about 5 patients between her and when I saw the note.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
It was just really bad timing.
All right, so Lily was not the girl that you actually wanted to meet up with.
No, I was definitely a little more interested in Janelle. Even then, it's still awkward.
Yeah,
so I shouldn't
okay.
even talk to you about this on the phone.
But what?
Well, I appreciate you at least being honest with us. Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
I should also let you know now that I haven't been completely honest with you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that Lily is actually on the phone.
What?
Lily?
Hello.
Hey.
That was not what I thought he was going to say. I'm embarrassed.
Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't want, that's not. It was just bad timing. I wish you just gave the note to me.
So he would have known who it was.
I would have seen your face. Oh my gosh!
So the bottom line, Lily, is the doctor, the good doctor, did not want to see you. He wanted to see somebody else.
I got that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you couldn't just say, I mixed it up and I thought you were somebody else, you know?
Look, when you were waiting at the restaurant, I really was with another appointment that came in. So that would have, even if you were Janelle, that would have happened to Janelle too.
Does not make her feel better.
I just don't understand why guys think it's okay for the radio silence. Like, I don't understand why they just disappear instead of having an intelligent correspondence saying, hey, there was a mix-up. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I thought that you were somebody. I don't know. But to go without...
I'm sorry. I'm very busy. And I thought I would hurt your feelings less if it just went away. And, you know...
No, that's not how women work. I know you have a lot of women after you, obviously, but if you knew that women appreciated someone who was upfront, that's a lot less cruel. It's kind of nice to hear, you know, a reason or to just not hear anything.
Lily, you left a note with no name on it randomly on the desk. I see a good 20 patients a day. So, I mean, this is kind of your fault for not being upfront with me about who you were.
You're right. It's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for even going out on a limb. And
I actually was afraid that it was one of my male. For a minute, I thought it was one of my male patients, but then I put that out of my mind.
Got everyone after you. You're so, oh my God, you're such a hit.
That would have been awesome if we called you, Benjamin, and you're like, no, I found out it was Lily. I was thinking it was Jared instead of Janelle.
That actually probably make Lily feel a little bit better about the whole situation.
That would make me feel better.
Again, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to do this. I don't go around trying to hurt people's feelings. I'm just not that guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm going to make it up to you, and I will give you a free exam.
Oh, Benjamin. That's a joke, right?
That's awesome.
You're joking. No,
you are a loser. Are you serious?
That's like $150. That's better than a date.
I'm never coming back to your office. I don't want you touching any part of me.
Oh.
I thought it was a generous offer. Sorry.
Well,
oh, God.
Good luck with your perceptions, because you're off, man.
How many girls does this actually work on?
I'm a doctor. You do the math.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
You
what I'm
did
talking
not
about,
just
Benji.
throw that down.
Hey,
Ben.
at this point, I would love to ask you, Benjamin, would you go out on a second date with Lily? I know you offered her a free exam, but would you actually go out on a second date? I know you don't need the money, Doc, but we'll pay for it.
There's no way in hell that I'm doing that.
Well, Lily, you don't even know if he said yes yet.
I respect myself too much.
Come on, Lily.
Oh, yeah.
Just one more date.
Yeah, just go see Dr. Creepy one more time.
He's not for me.
No?
Yeah.
I'm glad I know that.
But he's a doctor. You heard him.
Gross.
He's a podiatrist.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
If you're just joining us for today's second date, Drew is on the phone, and I'm really pulling for Drew today because I think that he went out with wife material, for sure. Because he went out on a date with a girl, didn't say a word the whole time.
That's not a good thing, man.
Yeah,
Apparently, she had something. She was sick and she couldn't speak. So when she showed up to the date, she actually had an index card written on it that said, "Hey, I have no voice." And they sat there for a little while. He did all of the talking and then said, "If you're sick, you should go home." And she wrote on her little index card, "Yes." And then she went home, and he hasn't heard from her since. More than anything, though, he just wants answers because he feels like she was faking. Drew, are you ready to give her a call?
Yeah, man. I'm just worried I'm being catfished
somehow. Like
How are you being catfished when you've seen her in person? You guys have talked on the phone. Like, what is the catfish? She's suddenly going to have a man voice, and now that's even being considered catfish?
I don't know. Maybe her twin sister is in jail and they have different voices and she's leaving. I have no idea.
You really thought into
jaded, man. You are super jaded. I feel like you need to take a break from internet dating.
I don't know. That'd be kind of
Well, I'm going to, but I need to solve this case.
I'm pulling for the twin sister in jail story. That would be
awesome.
That'd be great for the show.
really cool.
Yeah, see, I just want to know.
Okay.
Okay, are you
Well,
going to feel bad if she was actually sick?
Maybe, but even if she really was sick, then she would have reached out to me.
Yeah. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
All right, man.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Bonnie.
this is Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
From a radio?
Yeah. Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, it's the name of a morning radio program.
Why?
Why? I don't know.
really
That's
good
just the
question.
name we gave it.
It
Why
seems
are we
simple.
calling you? Is that what you're wondering?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were just wondering why we named it that. Calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they can email us and we'll get you on the phone and see if we can find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Drew.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And Drew emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, that you guys met online, you talked a bunch, and you finally coordinated a date. But when you showed up, I guess you had no voice.
True.
And she said that it was awkward because you couldn't talk. And then eventually he said, if you're sick, you can go home. And then you went home, and that's the last he heard from you.
Yeah, okay.
He also said that he really, really liked you, and you guys talked for like a month or something leading up to the date.
Yeah, we did.
You don't sound like you like him as much as he likes you.
You sound bummed.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't like him. I think he just wants to know.
I mean, I wasn't feeling good the day that we were supposed to have our date, and I didn't want to cancel on him. So I ended up going to the restaurant, and I got there, and I asked the hostess where he was seated, and I look over at the table. He's already there, and he looks nothing like his picture, nothing like any photos.
Wait.
What?
So you hadn't lost your voice? Because you said you just asked the hostess.
Yeah, I had not. And I was just trying to figure out what should I do. I mean, I've been talking to this guy for a month.
Wait, how?
So you feel like he catfished you or something?
I feel like he was trying to portray himself younger than he really is.
Oh.
And I didn't want to, I just felt guilty for leaving. So I was just like on the fly. I just asked the hostess for a pen and paper, and I'll just say, I lost my voice.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. That's quick
Wait.
thinking.
Very.
No, you guys, that's ridiculous. How different could he have looked? I mean, how old are you talking?
Are you kidding me? Like, easily could be my uncle.
Oh, man.
We're talking mid-40s. I'm in my mid to late 20s.
Oh, gotcha.
And the pictures on his profile were definitely in my age range. So when I saw him, it was quite traumatic. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. I don't know who this guy is. And he barely looks like his photos. I could kind of tell that it was still him.
Why not just cancel on him instead of sitting there acting like you can't talk?
Because all the time we had spent talking already, I felt guilty. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to stand him up.
Yeah, but you don't owe anything to somebody who's lying to you. I mean, did he outright tell you that he was your age, or is it something you just assumed?
We never had the conversation, but his photos make him look younger. So.
Yeah. It's weird that he wouldn't ever bring that up. Like, if he knows he's using photos from 20 years ago, he's probably going to get caught.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't stay that long on the date, if that's any consolation for you.
He thought you might be faking. Not having a voice. And I guess you were faking, but he did suspect that.
I mean, it is what it is. He was lying.
I'm not lying. You're lying, Bonnie.
Drew, you're supposed to wait.
What's going on?
Oh, Bonnie, that's Drew. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, but apparently he couldn't wait until I called him into the conversation, Drew.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys, but like she can't say that I'm lying. I'm not lying.
Well, how are you not lying if you put...
Those photos that were on my profile, yes, they were of when I was younger, but those were the best photos. I'm not going to put like a crappy photo of myself on the thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Why did you guys not tell me that he was on the line?
Why did you write on a note card like a sociopath and then say you couldn't talk? If that's what it is, then just say that. I don't know why you went around this crazy...
You know, Drew, I was doing you a favor, okay? I stayed. I could have left. You could have just been stood up at that restaurant like an average 45-year-old man, but I stayed.
Well, I might be
I was
might
there.
be older, but I'm not like a Hannibal Lecter type of person that writes like a... Why couldn't you just say that?
We don't know that.
Drew, it is kind of weird that you brought up the whole point of how she was gorgeous in real life. Didn't you at any point think like, ooh, I better let her know that I'm significantly older than the photos that I used?
Significantly.
Yeah, just add it in again.
Drew.
Well, it does sound like you're just like fishing for younger women by tricking them online.
No, I'm totally not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm taking the photos that I think best represent my personality.
That's not true. I'm gonna paint a photo. I'm gonna paint a photo for you. If you were to walk into a restaurant, blind date, and you were going to go meet a woman. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done.
Okay, let's have
and you were
her
supposed
moment.
to see a woman, and then this woman ended up being 65 years old. What would you do? What if she looked old enough to be your mother?
65
You look
years
old enough to be an uncle
First of all, you're
of
being
mine.
hyperbolic. Okay.
Oh, big words.
Oh, do you
Big
even
words.
know that? Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm not a f***ing idiot. Yeah, I know exactly what
You're
you're talking
not
about.
an idiot because you sound like a raving lunatic. That would actually go to a hostess and ask for a pen and paper and then write that like, sorry, I can't talk. Are you, like,
I'm
were
the
you raised by
lunatic,
wolves?
Drew. You're the one who called me on the radio, you idiot. What else? What else do you have to do?
You moron.
Oh my God, both of you.
I had called you, texted you, reached out, and you just thought you could just like do whatever the hell you want. And by the
I will.
greaterness of your voice,
Yeah.
I know that you feel like you're a very entitled person now.
Drew,
It's
Drew,
really
just
annoying.
settle it. Drew, how old are you? How old are you, Drew?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, that means you are really old.
Well, I sound a lot younger than you do, sweetheart.
Oh, I think we have our answer here, Drew. I think you know why.
I don't think we have our answer because you two sound like there's a lot of passion, and I would love to see you guys go out on a second date. Bonnie, would you like a second date with Drew? We'll pay for it.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Don't you want an older
Just
man?
Why?
Wait, now you're just mocking her?
Yeah.
He has
That is exactly what I'm doing.
nothing better to do.
So you're actually 12, is what I'm hearing, Drew.
Older, but he's not as mature.
I'm happy to do Drew a solid, and I can set him up with one of my mother's friends.
Okay, Bonnie, thank you for your time. Drew, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date, but maybe update your photos online. Maybe that will help.
Yeah.
Shut up, ass. Why don't you update your photos? So you don't look so ugly.
I've tried, but there's nothing that can really help that. Maybe I can borrow your photos. For today's second date, a listener named Drew is on the phone, and he says he had a very awkward first date with the girl that he wants to call today, although I don't know why it's awkward. It sounds amazing to me. His email said she didn't say a word. So, dude,
That
I
is
would
so
love
awkward.
that. No conversation at all. That sounds amazing, Drew. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Not too
Oh my
bad.
God, even just Jubal's short description of that,
That sounds terrible.
it sounds awful.
Yeah, it was very, very, very strange. I mean, I guess I should start from the beginning.
Yeah, or just tell people how they can get this girl's number so they can go out with her. They're interested in someone who doesn't need to waste time with words on a first date, you know?
You are the only one that hates talking.
No, I know. Well, it got built up to like such a big point, but so I started talking to this girl named Bonnie off of like an online dating site.
Okay.
And we're just like chatting, just, you know, like, how are you? Did you see this movie? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, normal, like, run-of-the-mill
Yeah, just like a typical whatever.
Okay.
And then, like, after a few weeks, we're like, okay, maybe we should talk on the phone. And nothing changed from, like, transferring it over from text to talking.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so we decided to meet each other in person. We're like, okay, we need to just do this. We need to see each other, whatever.
Yeah, what took so long? Why were you waiting so long?
I don't know. Like, we just kind of, like, scheduling conflicts. I would be busy. She would be busy,
Okay, so you finally figured it out, and what did you do?
Well, so we were like, let's meet. And she texts me like an hour before we're supposed to meet up and says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I double booked myself. I was supposed to do this thing for my job, and I'm sorry I can't meet up. I was like, okay, no problem. So then we planned to hang out a couple of days later. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sick.
Wait, this is the second time she's bailed.
Yeah. And I was like, now it starts to sound kind of like a scam. Like,
Right. Like she's just blowing you off and never actually wants to get together.
Yeah, but then I'm like, if you want to blow me off, then just blow me off.
Right, because she's investing a lot of time talking to you and texting with you. It's almost like you guys are in a relationship before you even went out on a date.
Yeah, and I honestly was falling for her really hard. I was still like kind of in that like enamored phase. Like I'll still have hope that she still wants to see me, whatever. And then we finally decide on a third time to actually go out on a date. And she shows up with this index card that says, I'm sorry, I can't talk. My voice is gone.
Oh my
So she,
Oh my God,
she actually showed up to your date and she couldn't speak.
I've never. It was like a David Lynch movie or something. I just didn't know how to react to it. I was just like, what the?
Yeah, why even show up?
Well, I mean, she didn't want to cancel on him again because she's already canceled twice. I think that it's nice that she followed through, but she didn't give you a heads up before that?
No, that's honestly, like if someone shows up with an index card, like that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she's actually gorgeous.
Okay.
It's just this weird thing where, like, I just kept talking to, like, I tried to talk my way out of it.
So your whole date was her sitting there and you talking to her, trying to have a conversation with.
She would nod. And then I'd be like, well, don't you want to just, like, go home if you're sick or whatever the heck is going on right now? And then she wrote, yes, sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I would think it's a good thing for you that she wanted you to know she was interested enough to still go on a date when she couldn't talk to you.
Well, I mean, can't she just text me then? Why are we using index cards and wasting paper? Like,
Obviously, she already canceled on you twice. If she cancels on you a third time, then you're going to think that she's lying or she's catfishing you, and you're not going to ever talk to her again. Of course she had to go out on the date.
I'm not saying that she shouldn't have gone on the date, but, like, it wasn't enjoyable. I was just literally just blabbing, like, just on and on and on and on.
Okay.
Well, I don't
so
get
why
it.
do you want to call her for a second date then?
Well, the reason that I want to call her is because I don't know if she's telling the truth or not.
Oh, you think that the index card was a lie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do you think it's a lie? Why do you think she didn't want to talk to you?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that she might be, like, hiding something. I have no idea.
When's the last time you heard, well, I don't know if you heard anything, but when's the last time you guys talked or typed, whatever you do?
Not since the date. I haven't heard from her.
So you guys went from talking every day to absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, whatever is wrong with her voice obviously has affected her texting.
It's affected her texting fingers, too. She can't even type to you.
I just want to figure it out. I just want to know.
Okay. Well, play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date, all right?
Thanks, guys.
If she's talking. We'll
Yeah,
see.
right? That would be kind of a bad part for us.
We'll do it next. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Nothing is sexier to a woman than a hot computer programmer making all that dough, rolling around town in his badass automobile with Italian leather seats, sitting next to a dude that smells like bum pee. I'm of course talking about riding the bus. There's nothing sexier than a computer programmer who rides the bus. Am I right or am I right? And that's who's on the phone with us today. His name is Adam. He's a computer programmer who has a bus pass. And I point that out because he actually made his date pick him up for his first date. Her name is Robin, and that's the girl that he wants to call today. Adam, what's up? How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys doing?
Gosh, Adam, with all the sexy talk, I almost took my top off for you.
If only you had a webcam.
Where'd you meet the girl that you went out with?
Well, we actually met through a couple of mutual friends.
Okay.
They thought that we would get along because we're both kind of similar. We both kind of keep to ourselves a little bit more introvert. I work in front of a computer a lot. Obviously, you already made fun of me about that. But they kind of set us up a little bit on the internet, and we're chatting on Messenger for a few times, and we agreed to set the date up.
The interesting part about your email to me was that you made her come pick you up because you ride the bus. You don't have a car, or?
Well, yeah, no, I don't have a car right now. I ride the bus because it's just, it works for my lifestyle right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really need a car or a car payment, or, you got to pay the car note and the insurance, and I'm trying to save some money because, I want bigger and better things, and I just don't really need a car right now.
I think that's really respectable. Was she turned off by that, you think?
I don't think so. When we were talking, I didn't really get too much into it. But
No, I think you're good. Anytime I've heard a woman talk about a guy who has to take the bus, they're always super impressed by it.
Hey, I dated a bus guy. It's fine.
Well, you can laugh at it, but I mean, there's a lot of people that spend a lot of money for a lot of cars that they can't afford.
You're absolutely right. I'm just saying.
Look at you,
I agree with you. I'm just saying it could be awkward for a girl when she has to pick you up for a date because you have to take the bus.
Yeah, and I can understand that. I mean, that's the one downside about not having a car is that aspect of it.
Yeah, but once she picked you up, how was the date? Was it good?
Well, when she got there a little bit early, I had made reservations, so we had a little bit of time to kill, and I asked her if she wanted to come in, of course, and I was still kind of, getting on the tail end of getting ready, and she was kind of like a female me. And
how so? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, she just was. I mean, she's into gaming a little bit. I like gaming. We kind of talked a little bit about that, and she is also has kind of an IT job, which is similar to my job. She works on computers all day, but she was really cute and maybe a little bit out of my league. But hey, I wasn't going to complain.
So when you met her in person, you were actually impressed.
Well, yeah. If you know anything about the computer industry, it's not flooded with hot girls.
I can't imagine.
Really? Weird. I thought it was just models walking around everywhere on both male and female side of things.
Yeah, go figure that.
All right, so how did everything go, though, when you guys actually went out on your date?
Well, she got to my place, my apartment, and I was kind of coming back and forth out of the bedroom and talking to her while I was getting ready. And then all of a sudden I walked out, and she's like, "Do you have a cat?" And I said, "Yeah, he's probably around here somewhere. His name's Jasper."
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me like a weird look. I don't want to say like a look of horror, but it was almost that. And she's like, "I'm allergic to cats."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay, well let's get out of here. I'm ready to go." I was putting my shoes on. She's like, "No, I'm just not really feeling very well." And she said she had to go, and she had to go take some medicine or something, and she took off.
How serious was this cat allergy?
Dang.
I don't know. I mean, she looked pretty serious, but fast forward 5 days, and I texted her to make sure she was all right, and she hasn't responded, and I don't want to be all creepy and keep texting her and calling her, but I asked our friends that set us up, and they said she's coming to work, but when they asked her about the date, or I guess the lack thereof, she's not really talking about it.
So do you believe her with the cat allergy that it's that severe? And
well, I mean, she looks serious. I don't know why she would have a reason to lie to me.
I'm just saying, if you had that severe of cat allergy, you'd probably be used to asking people before you entered their home whether or not they had a cat.
Or bringing your medicine with you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I never really dealt with anybody who had a cat allergy. I don't really know the protocol.
All right, and so you haven't heard anything from her since that experience?
Nah, that was it.
Okay. Maybe she did make it up. Any idea why she would make that up?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't like my face.
She's like, yeah, man, I'm actually allergic to your face. Sorry. All right.
You know, what can I say? That's why I emailed you guys.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
A lot of people that listen to the first part of today's second date update might think the girl that we're about to call should be ripped for probably faking a cat allergy to get out of a date. Adam, you know, you said that she went over to your house and she saw that you had a cat and kind of freaked out and got scared and left. And then she showed up to work the next couple days because you guys have mutual friends that are coworkers. I think she should be commended for obviously getting deathly ill from the cat and then getting like a blood transfusion and still managing to make it into work the next day. I think that's very impressive. And she definitely didn't lie to you at all, Adam.
You guys don't think that she had a cat allergy?
I think you're just catching on to that, Adam.
Yeah. No, I don't think she had a cat allergy. If you're just tuning in for the second date update, that's what happened. Adam met this girl named Robin through mutual friends. She came over to his house to pick him up for the date because he doesn't have a car. She saw his cat and then said she had a cat allergy and hasn't talked to him ever since. But we think maybe she made it up just to get out of the date because we've heard of things like that happening quite a bit. All right, Adam, I'm about to get her on the phone and find out if the cat allergy is real, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Robin, please?
Yeah, this is Robin.
Hey, Robin, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a morning radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
A morning show? What do you mean?
It's like a radio morning show, you know? We play a bunch of really bad music and talk in between it.
Why are you calling me?
So we recently got an email from a guy named Adam.
That's weird. Why?
Because you guys recently went out on a date and now you won't call him back. It's a segment we do called the Second Date Update. We do it on our show all the time. Adam told us that you guys met through mutual friends and that you were supposed to go out on a date, but right before you guys were about to leave his house, you said you had a cat allergy and then left.
That's true.
Okay,
we're all... story. I don't know what else you need to know. That's what happened.
Okay, well, we're all speculating that maybe you were lying about the cat allergy. Is that true?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have a cat allergy.
I don't know about that.
So, did you lie about it?
You can tell us.
I don't think I want to talk about it, you guys.
Oh.
But why would you leave right then and not even give him at least the effort of just one date?
I had a good reason. Just let's leave it at that. Okay, I just want to move forward and forget about it.
Well, can you just tell us a little something? I mean, we talked to Adam. He seems like a really nice guy, and he's just kind of confused.
Creepy.
Did you say creepy?
Creepy, believe me, creepy.
Whoa.
This phone call is creepy or Adam is creepy?
That's a good question.
Adam is creepy.
What did he do that was creepy? You barely spent, like 15 minutes with him?
It was enough. 15 minutes too long.
Oh.
What did he do?
He took this box out, and he said he wanted to show me something. It was in his closet, and he had a drone in it.
Okay.
And then he started showing me, like, the stuff he's like, the footage that he took, via the drone.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out, like, his personal hobby, when he's not at work, he just, like, spies on his neighbors.
What?
Like he's stalking his neighbors?
No, not really stalking. Just observing them, like their daily habits. And like he got really excited when he showed me one family because he said they eat spaghetti every Friday night. So like, how does he know they eat spaghetti every Friday night? He's been observing that, and he was just cracking up like a little kid. And I found it so creepy and so off-putting. And I thought of the first excuse I could to get out of there. I just told him about my cat allergy.
That is strange. And you're sure the footage isn't just like on accident? I'm just hoping that it's like he's out practicing flying his drone and he happens to be by a house every Friday.
Because he has footage ongoing. And he was cracking up. Like I said, he knew that one family ate spaghetti on Fridays. I think Tuesday nights another family, or maybe it was the same, they have tuna fish. It's like, this is probably all he does. He goes to work, maybe he works from home, and he does this. That's
So he
it.
flies his drone around the neighborhood filming his neighbors.
Yeah.
And what's weird is that he doesn't realize that it's abnormal, because if he did, he wouldn't show you the footage.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that. I mean, it's just even weirder. It weirded me out. I don't want to talk to him ever again. I don't want to see him.
Yeah.
I got a weird feeling.
He's a pretty sneaky guy, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creepy.
He's actually on the phone listening right now. That's how sneaky he is. And he wants to talk to you. Yeah.
He is not on the phone. No way.
Yes, he is.
Hi, Robin.
Oh my God.
Well, I obviously had been listening to the whole conversation, and I kind of showed you that footage in confidence, and I didn't feel the need to expand too far on it. That's not my hobby. That's another business.
What?
It's another business?
Wait, taking creepy videos of people in their homes while they eat dinner is your business?
No, it's not a creepy video business. It's me and a friend of mine got contracted a while back to create a new app that would expand upon something like Google Maps to get better aerial footage of different neighborhoods. And we started in one geographic neighborhood. And yeah, I think it's funny that that family eats spaghetti every night, but I could really care less what they're doing. We're trying to map the entire city.
I don't know if I believe you.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to believe. I mean, it's an app that's been in development. I'd be more than happy to show it to you, but you kind of sound off-put anyway. That's not it's not a creepy kind of thing. We're literally trying to map the entire city so that we can move to another city and start mapping that city with better views, with better aerial views. I wasn't trying to show you something that I have a weird hobby of peeking in people's backyards. I don't care what people do. I'm trying to make my life better. That's why I ride the bus.
You sound so defensive. You didn't explain this to me when you're showing it to me, so I don't quite feel so comfortable to believe all this.
Well, the reason why maybe I sound defensive is because you lied to me about being allergic to my cat and just took off and didn't respond to text messages.
I guess that is a good point. Why didn't you just respond to him and tell him what's going on?
Because I told you guys already, I didn't want him to come to my neighborhood and start taping me. I didn't want to antagonize him. I'm a woman. You shouldn't question why I don't text back a man. My security.
How dare I?
He lies on people. And it's creepy for him to say, why didn't you text me back? Because I don't like you. I don't want to see you again. Deal with it.
To be honest with you, I mean, you're a good-looking girl on the outside, but you're not very good-looking on the inside. So don't flatter yourself.
You know what?
thinking
Again,
that I'm
I
gonna come
need
to your
to go.
neighborhood
But the
and
point is,
take
a
aerial
woman's
footage of
protecting
your
herself,
backyard.
and she's told she's unattractive, because of that. And that's just like classic misogyny. So you're not the kind of guy I want to be around. Plenty of men get
misogyny kind
it.
of
You don't.
thing.
Let's move on.
Well, I don't want to be around liars, I guess.
Good. Then you don't want to be around me because I lied about
No.
my cat allergy, and I would do it again.
I don't. I'm over this phone call. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your help.
Oh my, that escalated really quickly.
And this whole time, all I can think about is there's going to be a new map that's super creepy and shows people in their houses out there.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever used Google Maps?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, well, this is a better version that is probably going to get
Ugh.
bought out by Google.
Well, congratulations. You'll be a rich billionaire, but you'll be all alone. Congratulations.
Whatever.
Well, I guess, I don't know. I obviously shouldn't ask the question, but I guess I'll ask it anyway. Robin, would you like to go on a second date with Adam? I'll pay for it.
No, thanks.
All right, you can pay for it yourself. I don't want to do the whole, hey, males should pay thing. You can pay for it yourself if you want.
Screw you. I know what you're doing.
I'm asking if you want to go out with him again.
Yeah, she's
I
on
don't
to you,
know.
Jubal.
Yeah.
She got it.
We both work with computers. The reason why I showed you any of that was because I thought you'd be into it. I thought you'd think it was a cool project.
Do you think it's a cool project to videotape your neighbors and get off on that? I don't think so.
Well, first of all, it's not videotape. It's digital video, and I don't get off on it.
So there.
Oh.
He has a
Adam,
point
can I
there.
see some of it? Because I might get off on
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
it. Text in at 78592. That guy sounds simply adorkable.
Oh, my God.
I'd go on a date with him. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, A lot of people are claiming that the guy is just straight up creepy on our
Yeah.
text message board. His name was Adam, and he wanted to call a girl named Robin and find out why he wasn't getting a call back. Well, it turns out while they were on the date, he said, hey, I want to show you some pictures and stuff from my drone. So he flies his drone around his neighborhood and wanted to show her pictures of the neighbors
Yeah.
and videos that he's gotten of them like eating dinner and stuff.
Oh, man.
And he said he was working on it for research for an app that he's going to be creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
But
didn't.
she said it was just creepy because all the pictures and videos were of his neighbors, like he was spying on them with his drone.
And he didn't explain the business app part of it until way late in the game.
Yeah.
You know? What do you expect a person to do?
I don't know what to believe, really.
So, turns out she thought he was creepy and did not want to go on another date
You
with
know,
him.
there's a lot of people that want to date him, though.
Yeah,
I
there
think
are.
that they see potential in this man.
They could just sit around all day long
Yeah.
and spy on the neighbors, see if maybe you can catch them naked doing some stretches or something. It's fun. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.